So my name is Kaery Dudenhofer, and in the firearm industry I have a training company that's based out of Eastern Washington State called Kaery Concealed. Little narcissistic name there, but anyway, all the good ones were taken. Kaery Concealed bread and butter is we're a small little training company. It's just me. I have some assistant instructors as well that help me, but we do lots of classes. 2020 was our biggest year. I think we had almost 1,200 students in 2020, even with the shutdown. We were working to private range, safe, everything, that's all, so social distancing. But we do a lot of private training as well. I like to, so my two favorite classes to teach are, I call it First Shots, and that moves into Sure Shots. And First Shots is a class where a lot of the folks I work with genuinely believe that firearms are dangerous and can go off by themselves. They believe they're unpredictable. They believe that the accidents they read about in the headlines, that it is a true accident and not preventable. And so there's some of those, that extreme fear that's there. So helping them walk through that, and I don't try to convince them of anything. We just talk about, what is a cartridge of ammunition, how does that work, and then how does that work in the gun, and how does the gun work? And it's really neat to see the light bulb come on when, oh, wow, so a cartridge by itself, that isn't even dangerous. Even if it were to go off outside of a gun, well, that's not dangerous. Handgun caliber, that's not dangerous either. So that's my favorite class to teach, is First Shots. And then that moves into Sure Shots, so it's a 2-series class. And in First Shots, we handle pretty much all the available 22 semi-automatic handguns on the market. We handle in class, no live fire or anything. We do a lot with SIR pistols. So when they're ready to go out on the range, then they're a little more relaxed and comfortable because they've handled the guns in a safe and no risk environment. And in Sure Shots, they get to shoot all of those different 22s and then evaluate them and see what works best for them. And then those evaluation skills then help them move into larger calibers when they're ready to move that. So that's my favorite. And then my other favorite class is, I call it Sniper Pistol, and that's where we just do some real fun stuff with handguns and, drawing to a target, steal at 50 yards, and actually hitting the target is really empowering for people, and they really enjoy that, so it's a lot of fun. And I find that women especially are the gatekeeper in their home, as far as the gatekeeper to what's allowed as far as the firearm world. So I have women often who will call me and or email, and they'll be really proud of the fact that they made their husband get rid of the guns before the baby was born, or made him get rid of them before they would get married, and that sort of thing. And then after they take First Shots, then they're a little, to be quite honest, a lot of them are really angry when they realize that they've believed the lie. They didn't know it was a lie, and they believed the lie. But if women can get involved, then often they're okay with the children being involved also. And so then that education happens, and that's the key. That's really the key. The DC Project does a phenomenal job of educating our legislators. And so as more women get involved, and it's not that guys can't do it, because guys can do it too, but if a one-sided industry isn't going to help us keep our rights, so it's working together, and so pretty fun. What brought me out? That's a great question. I guess meeting Brian and Shelley at the Active Self-Protection National Conference that's held in September in Kansas every year. I got to meet them and train with them and just be on the range with them, and just Brian Hill is absolutely the best kept secret in the training industry, truly, and the Shelley is too. And we're not going to be able to keep them secret for much longer, because word's getting out, and they're absolutely amazing, just phenomenal people and phenomenal coaches and trainers. Just from the moment we drove in, the gentleman, Mr. Howie, greeting people, I can't believe he recognized me. Mind-blowing. I've seen him one time for like 20 minutes at TacCon I guess I'll sit here, at TacCon in Dallas, where I got to see him. And as soon as we drove in, he was like, "Oh, it's good to see you again." So just the warm greeting, all the pre-planning ahead of time is amazing. Just the opportunity to meet with other incredibly competent individuals, especially women in the training industry. Usually when we go to, I'm not sure what the other guests will mention, but it's getting better now, but it used to be, 2-3 years ago, whenever I would go to classes, I would be the only woman in the class, and I know there's others out there, right? But it's just phenomenal to see this many women in the industry. It's really, really encouraging that this many gals are out there helping. I firmly believe if we're going to keep our Second Amendment rights, it's going to be because women get involved. And when some ladies are just wanting to enter the gate to the firearm industry, they feel better and more comfortable when it's a woman helping them walk through that gate the first time. And just to help dispel the myths and the fear. And so to have this amazing group of women getting together to share ideas and training tools and even classes that we've been to that we really enjoyed, and talking about meeting up, different places. Oh, I live here, and oh yeah, we should do a class here together, that sort of stuff. It's really awesome. Oh, that's a great question. Well, other than Brian's the best kept secret in the training industry, and I would say, I really think Miss Shelley's image-based decisional drills, I think those are a game changer also, because you don't have to go to a class in order to benefit from these. You can just simply order and I know lots of my students do that. They'll order them and they'll do them with their kids, or even just like a neighborhood block party sort of thing. And having that pre-primed decision making, having those skills of knowing how you could act in certain situations, just changes everything. And it doesn't mean that people are willing to go to dangerous places that they shouldn't be anyway. It just gives them confidence in everyday life, and great verbal skills and interaction, and even recognizing a situation and just diffusing things, learning to lay down the ego and walk away, and those sorts of things. So anyway, I think they're just amazing, amazing people. And this is such a phenomenal event. I'm just so honored to be able to be here this year, and it's really, really exciting. I very much hope I get to come back next year.